Hi, Nitiya. Good morning.
Good morning, Lakshan. How are you?
I'm fantastic. I'm so good. I feel great. Uh, things are looking up after
Hmm.
what we spoke about last week. So I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
So usually Monday mornings are either very relaxed or they're very rushed. Today was very, very, very rushed. Everybody decided not to turn up my cook, and my little one loves his cricket classes, so I had to get up at about 4:45 and cook for him and husband, of course, and myself. I'm okay to do that if I know that's what I have to do. If I get to know that at 4:30 a.m. that, oh, I'm not coming, hello. Okay, that's why.
I understand. I also noticed you catching your shoulders and your back like that, your neck. What's going on there?
It's a little tired.
So, Nitya, we have about 30, outer limit 35 minutes in this conversation. Um, I just want to let you know that whatever we're talking about is going to be completely confidential between the both of us. This conversation is being recorded with your knowledge, and I may take it up to my mentor for my improvement, and I may submit this to ICF for my evaluation also. If you feel at any point in this conversation things are not going the direction you want them to go, something feels off, you're not comfortable, just put up your hand and say, Lakshan, this won't fly. I don't, let's do something else. And we can pivot. Of course, this conversation will only be as effective as you are open. And I understand that whatever helps you feel safe is what will help you open up. What can we do in this conversation to make you feel that safety?
I think I'm pretty comfortable to start.
What are we talking about today then?
Okay. So my son has been learning music, the piano, for about 4.5, 5 years. He's 10, started at 5, 6, something there. It's something that we put him in at the age of 5 or 6 is not something he could say, I'm interested in something. We put him in. Yes, music belongs to the family genetically. I see that as a big blessing. And Rajiv decided, my husband, that he knows the best, that keys are the first thing the person learns. Okay, we start, and he's beautiful. He's blessed in a different way. Touch wood, we don't talk about it much because we believe let it be there. To tell you, he's at grade 2 level exam, but he when he has to play for an audience, he'll take the effort and he'll pick up a grade 6 or a grade 7, and he'll say, I want to work on it. He does it, and he does that without the notes. So he challenges himself. And then he's learning Hindustani classical. He's learning Hindustani classical again from Rajiv's Guruji. So for me, personally, the the whole effort of being away from my family and being in this country, the day the guru said, I'm picking him, I was like, it's like saying it's worth the wait. The 9 years that I'm in this country, fine, he gets the best guru for his learning. And if he didn't have the music in him, the guru would have told me in 4 classes, no, take him back, he doesn't have it. But he said, no, he's again differently blessed, let him be here. Okay. But off late now, it's been a year. So Daksh's new love is cricket. And as a parent, Sometimes I'm wondering, is it as a parent or is it as a woman married to a person who is only music? Sometimes I think I am now either trying to be a closed parent who's not seeing what is happening, or I don't know how to move ahead because he talks only about cricket. He can sleep less for cricket, he can do anything for cricket, and uh, he he researches about cricket. He loves reading. He's picked up a couple of autobiographies of some cricketers, and he keeps asking a lot of questions on the technique, etc., with anyone and everyone. So today morning, he called me from the car and he's like, Mama, you know, um, I love both. What do I do? So I asked him, What do you want to do? He said, I love the game, but what if I get hurt? I said, Okay. I said, There is going to be a pain in everything. Okay. He said, to reach the India team. I was like, Are you serious? What do I tell this 10-year-old? I was like, He's like, I want to reach there. To be honest, I then told him, I said, see, then you decide. You do this or that because you have to put your effort equally then. You can't say both because as a parent, you're putting effort in both. Big drop is a huge thing. It's far, the classes are far off, but your effort is not equal. But deep down, I am wondering, how do I go ahead?
As you're sharing all this with me, Nitya, right now, what are you feeling?
Too many feelings. A part of me is numb. A part of me Part of me is talking to me and saying, be open. Maybe it's just a phase, or maybe the amount that you and your husband love music, maybe he doesn't. Mm. And I don't want to be the parent who's putting his or her dreams on the child. Definitely not. Yeah.
I don't want to be the parent putting his or her dreams on the child. What is the kind of parent you want to be then?
So more open-minded, supportive, who understands my child, but also provides guidance because I am the parent, I'm not a friend.
Open-minded, supportive, provide guidance, understands a child. What do all of these words mean to you?
I think they just come down to one sentence is that I'm 100% there for the child. And that's what I think my son should feel for me, that yeah, mama, papa are there. Tomorrow, if I decide it's this or that, they're there for me.
How would you know that you're being 100% there for your child?
Understanding what is going on with him, growing in his journey. Yeah, growing in his journey, not being stuck. Mhm.
So from where you are right now, Nitya, from this feeling of being numb and a couple of other things I heard you say, to a place where you're growing with the journey. In this session, what do you feel are certain things that we need to kind of sort out and explore that can help us get there?
This word that I said, stuck, came to my mind was, am I stuck in am I stuck in that thought of or that phase that he used to play only music and read books, and now it's a new path that he has selected. So there's another thing. I, in order to understand him better, I sometimes try looking at the world and us from his eyes. I start imagining if I am Daksh, yeah, what would he feel right now? What would he be thinking? So that being stuck is something I think I need to explore. Because being stuck is kind of, I think, making me numb. Mm.
I want to appreciate you for what you just said about how you try to look at the world from Daksh's eyes. It's not something that a lot of people do. It made me really happy to hear you say that. We've been in this conversation for about 10, 12 minutes. Uh, what have you gotten out of it so far?
I think somewhere I am, this word stuck has is stuck to me, that I'm still seeing Daksh as that. The kid who plays very well music, is learning music, this new arena, this new talent of cricket. I've accepted it, let me tell you. Um, he had celebrated his birthday. I went all out and created a wonderful cricket birthday party for him. He wants to get coached. Yes. Honestly, I challenged him a bit on that. He's 10 years and extracurriculars are expensive. So I wanted to test him. Okay. How serious is he? So because I'm not the kind of parent who puts him in 10 classes and I don't want to do that for both of us. So it's like before I put him, let me see. So he said, you don't put me in classes outside. The school offers free training in the morning. I said, fair enough. Are you ready to get up at 4:35 for that? He said, yes, I will. And he gets up. He gets up without an alarm. None of us wake him up. So now I'm thinking, it's been a year he's been going for the practice. He's got selected for the school team. I don't, where I'm confused is, does he need to stop music or does he need to do both? That's it.
So Nitya, remaining, say, about 20 odd minutes that we have together, what would you like to specifically take away from this conversation?
So, how do I get my son to focus on both his talents equally? Because as of now, I cannot decide which one should he leave and which one should he continue.
What I'm hearing you say, Nitya, is that if you're able to find this answer to how can I get my son to focus on both his talents equally by the end of the session, that would make this a fruitful session for you. And what would give you a sense that as we're moving along in this conversation, that we're moving towards finding this answer?
If I find out what is uh, not going right, because he is giving more time to one as of now and not the other. So something is not right. Something is missing.
Something is not right, something is missing. If you're able to find out what is that something that's not right and what's missing, what would it give you?
I think it would make it easy for me. It would smoothen out the conversations right now with him. Because right now, sometimes I may be coming across as the parent who keeps reminding you need to practice your keyboard. Also, I have understood that that is me. Constant revision. That is me. That's the way I learn. I revise. I believe that maybe that's the way I grew up. That if I am going for a class and I need to ensure that I'm getting everything right, maybe that's me. But then that's a good thing, Lakshan. And as I said earlier, I am his parent. They say that the good parent and the bad parent, the tough one, the easy one. I am the tough one, and I'm okay to be the tough one. I'm okay because uh, because I've seen whatever my parents taught me, and if it was taught in a tough way, and that made me strong with quality and to understand the importance, that is what is helping me today to live without them. So yeah.
I'm okay with being a tough parent. What does parent mean to you, Nitya?
Someone who is there for you. That's it. With no expectation. Not expecting anything in return for sure, for whatever they do for you. They're just there for you. Yeah.
Someone who's just 100% there for you without expecting anything in return. And what does tough parent mean to you?
There are many parameters to that, but doesn't sound good when I say it. But yeah, the one who doesn't say yes easily for the things that are not good for you. Can I buy a chocolate? Can I buy a biscuit? I'm not somebody who will say yes easily.
Someone who does not say yes easily for things that are not good for you.
Hmm. But at the same time, I will I will take a lot of effort to um, get you a, let's say, a healthier version of that. I will do that. I understand one can, in that aspect, can have sweet cravings. You will get the healthier version. And those things can be a treat.
So this not saying yes easily for things that are not good for you,
Hmm.
how do you feel it's showing up right now with respect to the two talents that your son has?
That's a very, very interesting question. So, I don't understand the game at all. To be honest, I don't like the game. Okay. And I don't like the game for whatever non-ethical things I've heard of the game. That's it. No, not saying yes easily. Cricket, not saying yes easily. So I've been asking whoever plays with him. My husband, I mean, he loves the game. Keep asking him, is he really good? Is this what he's meant for? Then let's push him there. And so obviously there is a progression I am seeing. I mean, poor thing, he's got selected in the school team without going. He doesn't go for any practice. That day he came home and said, from the top 20 they selected top 11, and I am in the top 11 now. I I almost sunk. I was like, oh my God. I was like, God. So he only gets the cricket practice in the summer break. How do I say yes? Easily cricket music. So as of now, I am saying yes. I'm saying a bigger yes to music because for multiple reasons. Genetically, there, his music teachers, have clearly said that he is good. And to whatever music I understand, that he plays well, he sings well, okay, I can understand that. Cricket, I don't know. I don't know. And therefore, maybe I'm relying on people who understand the game and therefore who play with him. For example, my friend, she plays with him sometimes and she tells me, no, you know what, he's really good. So I'm like, okay. So I I usually if I go to drop him in the morning, I make it a point to talk to his coach. I have not gone for a long time. So maybe now it's time to speak to his coach. Because he told me there's no need to put him outside. We are grooming him. One is, hmm, yeah.
So early in this conversation, I heard you speak about how being the kind of person who revises and all of that is what you are. And I'm getting a sense that on both ends of his talents, there are people who are acknowledging him that he's good. On one end, you know it for yourself because you understand it. On the other end, you don't know because you don't understand it. So I get this sense that there is this fear of what you don't know that's showing up over here. This is just my sense. Um, what's coming up for you?
I don't know the game. But at this point in my life, I'm not going to go and research and figure out anything. I don't have the capacity to do that. But yes, if he is good, and which I know he is good, I can encourage the talent. But at the same time, I don't want him to ignore this other talent which he has. Because today he's 10. At 15, I don't want him to say that, oh, I didn't give time to music. I could have done music too.
We started this conversation talking about these two talents that your son has. And by the end of this conversation, we wanted to be in a place where you found an answer for how you can help him focus on both equally.
Yeah.
So where are we now with respect to where we wanted to be by the end of this conversation?
So one thing that really stood out is that maybe I was in that stuck zone of seeing him only as a child who's musically inclined or blessed, whatever. This new aspect of being an athlete, a cricketer, I mean, is something where I need to accept. And I also mentioned that I am a parent, I'm not a friend. So I still have that thought with me that he needs to do both.
We've been in this conversation for about half an hour now, Nitya. What have you learned about yourself this time that we spent together?
That I'm still the tough parent. And tough being the reason now. There is there is a cost involved in this music. There's a time cost, there is an economical cost. So to teach your child the value of the effort, I think it's still the parent role. Otherwise, it's very easy to just take things for granted. So I'm completely okay with him playing cricket. But what I'm not okay is the amount of time being given for music. That has impact, that has reduced.
I heard you use this term value of effort. How are you showing him that right now?
I think as in the house, it's pretty clear in right now. It's very, very strong. And one, when he sees me focusing on my coaching, that I have joined something new and I'm, working on the hours and that's there. And the other thing that is very, very visible is my husband has never stopped his riyaz. It's done mandatory every day. Tired, no tired, break, vacation, it's done. It's done for an hour. And it's being done for ourselves, not to show. It's being done. That's it. Yeah.
And where are we in this conversation now, Nitya, from where we wanted to be?
Thoughts occurred to me right now when I said that a parent is somebody who's always there, right? 100% there. In any form, have I not? Or has he got the feeling I'm not accepting his cricket enough as much as that cricket is a part of him. Has he ever got this feeling?
And what can help you answer that question?
One is talking to him. Mhm.
What else?
I'm not about answering that question, but maybe being a little involved in his cricket conversations. Maybe genuinely trying to understand the game.
See a smile on your face. What a sigh
Yeah.
of relief also.
That's a lot for a parent to do. It's a lot. I thought it was just enough to, okay, send him for the game and let him get selected. Okay, but now get involved. Yeah. Mhm. And also, I think he's been trying to talk to either of us, and either he's found us too busy, or I don't know whether what's stopping. But today morning, when he told me I'm confused, oh yeah, last night also he said, I'm confused. Will I become a cricketer or a pianist? Maybe I need to sit down and talk to him. And we did have this small conversation in the morning, to which he kind of said, yeah, I need to give time to both equally.
What are we going to do now?
So this thing that I want to go back with and reflect more is, not saying yes easily. I've written that down. And it doesn't mean like I'm this very strict kind of a person. I have certain parameters, reasons why I would say yes or a no. Not saying yes easily. I think I want to reflect more on this. Mm.
And if you reflect on this, Nitya, what will it bring to you?
I think with the analysis that I will do, I will find the steps, some method, something that will make me bring him back to just balancing both the talents. Mm.
And what will make you feel like you reflected enough?
See, when this reflection and this analysis will tell me that missing piece, what's not going right.
And when will you start?
In a day or two to understand this more about myself as a parent.
And how will you make sure that you'll give time to this?
I will, because every day he comes back home, I have decided I don't want to be the reminder that please practice your music. I don't want to. I want to approach it differently in a way that he himself and takes responsibility and understands that he has to do his music.
How are you feeling right now?
So this pain is a bit lesser right now. But it's left me with a thought to ponder about, with all this that I've said, a parent, who am I trying to be as a parent actually? I want to be there, but not saying yes easily. Yeah. And yet want to be open minded and see what's happening. Hmm. Yeah.
We're on top of time, Nitya. Um, if you were to summarize this conversation in just 30 seconds, how would you like to do that for yourself and bring this conversation to a close?
I think it is very introspective, Lakshan. I came in with the thought of how do I make my child balance or see both his talents and work on them. But it's making me step back and figure out how am I being as a parent and who do I want to be? Because I know who I don't want to be. Yeah. And that will help me find the step.
I get a sense that this conversation, while it was very introspective for you, I think you did a lot of work in this conversation to find those answers for yourself and help you move forward. I feel like there was more effort in this conversation than a lot of the other ones we had in the past. It's just my feeling. I want to appreciate you for that. In 40 minutes, we made so much headway. I just wanted to let you know that.
Thank you for the space provided. And at certain points, the way it went, certain questions, yeah. Maybe there I'm still thinking a lot on them.
All right. I wish you all the very best. I hope you get your answer and you're able to help your son look at both and focus on them equally.
Thank you.